Tesla's ambitious global plans have run into trouble. The Cybertruck is now banned in the UK. This isn't a minor paperwork issue or a simple regulatory adjustment. The UK's decision highlights significant design flaws that Tesla either missed or chose to ignore. From safety violations to legal hurdles, the Cybertruck is encountering obstacles that could jeopardize Tesla's future in global markets. And believe me, this might just be the start. The primary issue isn't just its sharp edges or hefty weight. It's a particular design choice that could compel Tesla to rethink their entire approach to car manufacturing. Stay with me until the end because this isn't merely a UK problem. It's a cautionary tale for Tesla owners around the globe. What's going on? Tesla's Cybertruck was envisioned as a revolutionary force in the electric vehicle industry, featuring a stainless steel exoskeleton, sharp lines, and futuristic LED lights. It was a bold departure from the traditional truck designs. Yet, the Cybertruck was confiscated by UK authorities near Manchester, causing a stir among Tesla enthusiasts worldwide. Initially, many speculated that the issue was due to missing documentation or standard compliance checks. But a deeper investigation revealed a much more serious problem. This wasn't just a bureaucratic hiccup. It was a complete rejection of the Cybertruck's engineering by British regulators. Tesla had created a vehicle that fundamentally did not comply with UK legal standards, rendering it illegal for British roads. Unlike other instances where imported cars were held up at customs due to minor certification issues, the Cybertruck's confiscation highlighted a much more significant issue. The UK determined that the vehicle did not meet its stringent road safety regulations, pedestrian protection laws, and vehicle dimension standards. The decision underscored that not all vehicles designed for American roads can seamlessly transition to European streets. For Tesla, this was more than just a regulatory challenge. It was a significant embarrassment that highlighted the company's oversight in anticipating international requirements. The seizure wasn't merely about one truck being removed from the streets. It signaled that Tesla would face substantial hurdles in its global expansion if it didn't reconsider its compliance strategy. To understand the UK's firm rejection of the Cybertruck, it's crucial to recognize the differences between European and American regulations. The UK enforces some of the most stringent automotive safety laws globally, aimed at safeguarding both drivers and pedestrians. Unlike American standards, which often focus on the safety of vehicle occupants, European regulations place a strong emphasis on reducing harm to pedestrians in the event of an accident. A major issue is the Cybertruck's absence of crumple zones. Traditional vehicles are designed with crumple zones to absorb crash impact, thereby reducing the force experienced by passengers. The Cybertruck, however, features an ultra-hard stainless steel exoskeleton that resists deformation. While this enhances the vehicle's durability, it also means that in a collision, the impact force is directly transferred to the occupants or the other vehicle, increasing the likelihood of severe injuries. Pedestrian safety is another significant concern. UK regulations mandate that the front of a vehicle be designed to minimize injury risk in a collision. This is why most modern cars have soft, rounded front ends with energy-absorbing materials. The Cybertruck, in contrast, has sharp angles and a rigid steel front panel, making it considerably more hazardous to pedestrians. In a country where over 16,000 pedestrian injuries occur annually, allowing such a vehicle on the roads would directly contradict safety standards. Tesla's failure to design the Cybertruck with these regulations in mind raises a crucial question. Did the company ever intend to sell this vehicle in Europe, or was it simply hoping to bypass these regulations through legal loopholes? The reality is that Tesla either underestimated these restrictions or decided that modifying the Cybertruck for international compliance was not worth the effort. Even if Tesla aimed to adapt the Cybertruck for the UK market, the vehicle's core design poses challenges that extend beyond simple modifications. Unlike minor adjustments that automakers typically make to meet various regional regulations, the Cybertruck would need a complete structural redesign to comply with UK standards. One of the most significant issues is its exoskeleton. The stainless steel body is built for maximum durability, but it conflicts with safety regulations that prioritize controlled deformation during a crash. European safety laws require vehicles to absorb and distribute impact forces to protect both passengers and other road users. The Cybertruck's rigid body does the opposite. It transfers crash forces with minimal absorption, increasing the risk of catastrophic damage in high-speed collisions. The Cybertruck's lighting system is another area of non-compliance. UK regulations require separate lighting units for different functions. Brake lights, turn signals, and running lights must be clearly distinguishable. The Cybertruck's single continuous LED light bar does not meet these visibility and placement requirements, making it illegal under current laws. Additionally, the Cybertruck's steer-by-wire system presents another challenge. Unlike traditional steering mechanisms, which include a direct mechanical link between the steering wheel and the wheels, Tesla's system relies entirely on electronic controls. While this technology is cutting-edge, UK laws currently require a mechanical backup in case of system failure. Without such redundancy, the Cybertruck does not meet safety certification requirements. Given these fundamental issues, it's clear that Tesla would need to redesign key aspects of the Cybertruck just to make it road legal in the UK. This is not a matter of minor modifications. It would require rethinking the very principles behind the vehicle's design. Beyond safety and compliance concerns, the Cybertruck encounters another significant hurdle in the UK: its massive dimensions. Unlike the United States, where wide roads and ample parking spaces are common, British roads are much narrower. The typical lane width in the UK is around 3 meters, while the Cybertruck itself is over 2 meters wide. This leaves minimal room for maneuvering, heightening the risk of side collisions, especially in urban areas with narrow streets. The vehicle's weight is another critical issue. The top-tier model, the Cyberbeast, weighs over 3 metric tons even before adding passengers and cargo. According to UK law, any vehicle exceeding 3.5 tons requires a Category C1 license, typically held by commercial truck drivers. This means a large portion of the population would need additional training and certification to legally drive the Cybertruck. Parking is another significant challenge. UK parking spaces are designed for compact and mid-size vehicles, making it difficult for oversized trucks to fit. Existing full-size American pickup trucks, like the Ford F-150, already face difficulties in British cities, and the Cybertruck, being even larger, would be even less practical. Moreover, the UK's extensive network of historic roads and infrastructure was not designed for vehicles of this size. Unlike the US, where large trucks are common even in urban settings, British cities favor smaller, more efficient vehicles that can navigate tight spaces. This further limits the practicality of the Cybertruck for everyday use. Given these factors, it's unlikely that Tesla will ever achieve widespread adoption of the Cybertruck in the UK market. Even if Tesla were to address regulatory compliance issues, the vehicle's fundamental design makes it impractical for the UK's infrastructure and driving conditions. Tesla has consistently encountered obstacles when trying to penetrate the European market, and the Cybertruck is no different. Unlike the United States, where vehicle regulations are relatively lenient, the European Union enforces stringent safety standards for pedestrian protection, lighting, and overall vehicle design. Tesla has navigated these hurdles before. Initially, the Model S and Model X faced compliance issues in Europe due to their lighting systems and autopilot software not meeting European safety regulations. However, these models could be modified with relatively minor adjustments, allowing Tesla to eventually bring them to market. The Cybertruck, however, presents a different challenge. Unlike previous Tesla vehicles, the Cybertruck's fundamental design is incompatible with European regulations. The sharp-edged exoskeleton, excessive weight, and lighting setup are not minor issues that can be resolved with a software update or small design tweak. Addressing these concerns would require significant structural changes, potentially altering the vehicle so much that it no longer resembles the original product. This raises a critical question. Will Tesla abandon Europe altogether for the Cybertruck, or will it develop a modified version specifically for the European market? While Tesla has occasionally designed region-specific models, such as the smaller chassis Model 3 for China, creating a separate version of the Cybertruck would be a costly and time-consuming endeavor. Given Tesla's current focus on ramping up production in the United States, it is unclear whether the company is willing to make that investment. As Tesla contends with the Cybertruck's regulatory challenges, European carmakers are rapidly stepping in to seize the opportunity. Leading manufacturers like Volkswagen, BMW, and Hyundai have crafted electric vehicles that meet European standards, ensuring a seamless market entry and sidestepping the legal issues Tesla is encountering. For instance, Volkswagen's ID series was engineered with European safety regulations in mind from the beginning. The company has successfully rolled out the ID.3 and ID.4, which adhere to pedestrian safety standards, emissions regulations, and battery efficiency requirements. Similarly, BMW's iOS and Hyundai's Ioniq 5 have become popular among European consumers due to their compact designs, energy efficiency, and regulatory compliance. Even in the electric pickup segment, which Tesla aimed to dominate, competition is emerging. Brands like KGM have launched models such as the Musso EV, a fully electric pickup designed specifically for European roads. Unlike the Cybertruck, These trucks emphasize safety features such as crumple zones and pedestrian protection, enabling them to pass stringent European Union crash tests without significant modifications. Consumers are also taking notice. As Tesla faces growing scrutiny over the Cybertruck's legality and safety, potential buyers are turning their attention to brands that offer reliable and regulation-friendly alternatives. While Tesla still enjoys strong brand recognition, it risks losing market share if it fails to adapt to the realities of European regulations. Hypothetically, Tesla could try to alter the Cybertruck to meet UK and EU standards, but the necessary modifications would be extensive. The primary challenges include the vehicle's weight, lighting, pedestrian safety, and structural design. To start, the Cybertruck's sharp edges would need to be rounded, necessitating a complete overhaul of the vehicle's exterior. This isn't just about smoothing out the corners. Tesla would have to modify the exoskeleton itself, potentially affecting the truck's durability and visual appeal. Since the angular design is a key feature of the Cybertruck, any major changes could deter buyers who were attracted to its original look. Additionally, Tesla would need to modify the vehicle's lighting system to adhere to UK regulations. The Cybertruck's continuous LED light bar does not comply with European standards, which require distinct, clearly visible indicators and brake lights. Updating the lighting system would involve both hardware and software changes, complicating production. Another issue is the vehicle's weight. The Cybertruck exceeds the weight limit for a standard UK driver's license, meaning many potential buyers would need a commercial vehicle license to drive it. Reducing the Cybertruck's weight while maintaining its structural integrity would be a major engineering challenge. From a business standpoint, Tesla must also consider the cost of these modifications. Re-engineering the Cybertruck for a relatively small market like the UK may not be financially viable, especially when the company is already struggling to meet demand for other models. Moreover, Tesla's supply chain is optimized for US production, and creating a new variant specifically for Europe could strain manufacturing resources. If modifying the Cybertruck proves too costly or impractical, Tesla might consider an alternative strategy, designing a new vehicle inspired by the Cybertruck but tailored for European markets. This would allow Tesla to maintain the Cybertruck's futuristic appeal while addressing regulatory and safety concerns from the outset. However, this approach would take years to develop and require substantial investment, making it an unlikely short-term solution. With no easy path forward, how Tesla handles the Cybertruck's European dilemma will set a precedent for the company's future international expansion strategies. Tesla has long been a leader in automotive innovation, constantly pushing the envelope with its electric vehicles. The Cybertruck's prohibition in the UK underscores the growing friction between technological advancements and existing regulatory systems. Tesla frequently challenges conventional automaking practices, but government regulations are in place to ensure road safety, environmental protection, and consumer rights. The debate now is whether these regulations should adapt to accommodate groundbreaking designs, or if Tesla must conform to long-standing industry rules. Some believe that current regulations are outdated and hinder innovation. Over the past decade, vehicles have seen significant advancements in crash avoidance systems, autonomous driving, and battery technology. Yet, many safety regulations still emphasize crash survivability rather than accident prevention. Advocates for regulatory reform argue that lawmakers should prioritize accommodating technological advancements rather than restricting them. Could a new approach, one that assesses vehicle safety comprehensively rather than strictly adhering to outdated crash standards, pave the way for vehicles like the Cybertruck? However, safety experts warn against hasty changes. Regulations are not arbitrary. They are based on extensive research and crash data analysis. The UK and EU prioritize pedestrian and passenger safety, mandating vehicles to have crumple zones, soft impact bumpers, and energy-absorbing materials. The Cybertruck's rigid stainless steel exoskeleton contradicts these safety principles. This raises concerns that in a collision, energy would not be properly absorbed, leading to severe injuries for both passengers and pedestrians. So, where is the balance? Should regulators update laws to accommodate vehicles with alternative safety features, or should automakers be required to adhere to established safety standards before entering the market? The prohibition of the Cybertruck in the UK highlights a rising resistance against large, heavy vehicles. Across numerous European cities, authorities are introducing new limitations on large personal vehicles, especially electric SUVs and pickups, due to worries about road safety, pedestrian safety, and environmental effects. If this movement persists, Tesla might not be the only car manufacturer encountering obstacles. Large electric vehicles present unique challenges for city infrastructure. European roads, especially in older cities, were not built to handle massive trucks and SUVs. Parking spots are smaller, lanes are narrower, and congestion is already a significant problem. Some cities, like Paris and London, are considering weight-based taxes or outright bans on heavier vehicles to deter their use in urban areas. Could the UK be the first nation to enforce an official restriction on vehicles surpassing a certain weight limit? Beyond road space, there is also an increasing concern for safety. Research indicates that larger vehicles are more likely to cause severe injuries in pedestrian accidents. Unlike traditional gasoline-powered trucks, electric pickups carry the additional weight of large battery packs, making them considerably heavier than their conventional counterparts. This raises concerns about braking distances, maneuverability, and the severity of accidents. Consequently, some European transportation officials are advocating for stricter regulations on how heavy a personal vehicle can be before it is classified as a commercial vehicle. All of this raises a broader question. Are we heading towards a future where oversized personal vehicles are no longer welcome? The Cybertruck's regulatory issues in the UK have sparked renewed discussions about Tesla's direct-to-consumer sales strategy. Unlike traditional car manufacturers, Tesla skips conventional dealerships, opting to sell directly to consumers via its website and branded showrooms. This model has found success in various markets, but has also encountered pushback from governments and dealership lobbies, especially in the US and Europe. Will Tesla's direct sales approach become a bigger obstacle for its global expansion? In numerous countries, car sales must still go through independent dealership networks rather than direct sales. This is meant to protect consumers by ensuring price transparency, fair competition, and access to local service centers. However, Tesla contends that traditional dealerships create inefficiencies and drive up vehicle prices. The Cybertruck's introduction has reignited the debate. Should Tesla be compelled to adopt a dealership model in markets like the UK? If Tesla doesn't adapt, it risks being excluded from key regions where direct-to-consumer sales are restricted. Other car makers, including established brands like Ford, General Motors, and Volkswagen, are now considering direct sales for their electric vehicles. If more automakers adopt Tesla's model, regulations might evolve to support this approach. Conversely, if Tesla is forced to use a dealership system in some regions, it could compromise one of the company's fundamental business strategies. The Cybertruck was primarily crafted for the North American market, where large pickups are a staple. In contrast to the United States, where trucks are top sellers, pickups make up a very small portion of vehicle sales in the UK and Europe. So, even if Tesla could adapt the Cybertruck to comply with European standards, would it be financially viable? Modifying the Cybertruck for European compliance would be a costly endeavor. Adjusting its crash structure, softening its sharp edges, redesigning its lighting system, and altering its dimensions would require significant engineering work. Additionally, Tesla would need to navigate licensing and approval processes in multiple countries. These costs would need to be offset by sales, but is there sufficient demand to justify the investment? Pickup trucks account for less than 1% of vehicle sales in the United Kingdom. Unlike the United States, where full-size pickups dominate, European buyers prefer hatchbacks, sedans, and compact SUVs. This means that even if Tesla made all the necessary modifications, the potential market for the Cybertruck in the United Kingdom and Europe would be extremely limited. Instead of spending money on redesigning the Cybertruck, would Tesla be better off focusing on models that better align with global consumer demand? Ultimately, Tesla may decide that the Cybertruck is best left as a North American exclusive vehicle. Given the mounting regulatory and financial challenges, it may make more sense for the company to focus on a Cybertruck successor, one that retains the futuristic aesthetic, but is specifically designed to meet global regulations. In recent years, the automotive market has been characterized by escalating vehicle prices. Disruptions in the supply chain, inflation, and high demand have driven prices to unprecedented levels, making new cars less attainable for the average consumer. However, recent developments indicate a shift, with leading automakers like Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors reducing prices to stay competitive. Does this mark the end of the era of overpriced electric vehicles? One key factor behind these price cuts is the rise in competition. New electric vehicle manufacturers, especially from China, are launching affordable models that challenge the dominance of Tesla and traditional automakers. Companies like BYD are offering high-quality electric vehicles at much lower prices, forcing established automakers to follow suit. Consequently, even Tesla has had to reduce prices in key markets such as China and the United States. If Tesla continues to face challenges with Cybertruck sales and regulatory issues, it may need to lower prices further to retain its market share. The company has already adjusted prices for several models, but it remains to be seen if this trend will be permanent or just a temporary market response. Lowering prices might boost short-term sales, but it could also reduce profit margins, potentially affecting Tesla's ability to fund new innovations. The broader automotive industry faces a similar challenge. If discounts become the norm, automakers will need to find ways to maintain profitability while keeping vehicles affordable. This could lead to increased investments in cost-efficient manufacturing, supply chain optimization, and new revenue models such as software-based subscriptions. The used car market has been experiencing significant fluctuations, with prices hitting record highs due to supply chain issues and rising inflation. If the trend of decreasing new car prices continues, the value of used cars might also fall, presenting new obstacles for buyers, sellers, and fleet managers. Depreciation is a key issue. Should new electric vehicles become much cheaper, the value of used electric models could drop more rapidly than anticipated. This scenario could make it more difficult for current Tesla owners to sell their cars at fair prices, potentially deterring new buyers from choosing Tesla. Depreciation is already a problem for some Tesla models, with used prices dropping faster than those of competitors due to frequent price reductions. The leasing market might undergo significant changes as well. With unpredictable depreciation rates, more consumers might opt to lease instead of buying. Leasing allows drivers to avoid the risk of owning a car with rapidly decreasing value, making it an appealing choice in an unstable pricing market. Automakers might respond by expanding leasing options, offering flexible payment plans, or introducing new financing models to attract cautious buyers. The challenges Tesla faces with the Cybertruck underscore a significant issue for car manufacturers, finding the right balance between innovation, global regulations, and evolving market needs. With decreasing prices and increasing competition, the automotive industry might be on the brink of a major shift. What's your take? Should Tesla modify its design approach to meet global standards, or will it continue to innovate despite regulatory challenges? Are we on the cusp of a new era of affordable electric vehicles, or will prices rise again? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this marks a pivotal moment for the industry, or is it just a temporary change?